Happy birthday, Chelsea. Here's to 120 years.
Crazy. Almost as old as me.
I got beer on my computer.
The celebration's running hot over at the Dan household.
Woo! Chelsea win 1-0 and we go crazy over here. Yeah, we beat the bottom of the table, Leicester. Let's party. Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah,
I
man.
will say better performance than last week.
I don't know.
Even though we scored more goals. No, it's better performance than Copenhagen.
Okay, that's probably true. Yeah, better than Copenhagen. Yeah. But anyway, that's Jason over there. I'm Daniel right here, and we together are the Red, White, and Blues podcast, and we talk all things Chelsea. And that's about what we do here. So if you don't like Chelsea, F off. Give him one of these.
It's like flipping off our viewers.
And you Arsenal fans out there, see you in a week.
Save it for a week from now, Daniel. You got to save that energy.
Oh man, yeah. So Chelsea win 1-0. It wasn't the prettiest match I've ever seen. I cannot lie, Jason. I will not lie to our viewers on this podcast. I will not lie.
Yeah, I agree. It wasn't pretty. I felt different about our performance overall because I did think that we kept up the intensity all match. There were some brain farts that allowed them to kind of come and have a couple chances.
Mainly by a goalkeeper.
I mean, yeah. It's Bob dove again for some shit. This was the match that was I can't remember. Was this the match where we almost got an own goal, or was that Copenhagen? I can't remember.
I
think that was Copenhagen. I think I'm getting confused.
This is the one where Bob missed the cross, and then I think they hit the bar or something like that. I don't remember.
Well, one of them there was a thing that popped up, like somebody popped it up with their head, one of our defenders, and it like kind of almost came in and hit the top bar. But no, they hit this. I think that was Copenhagen. This team hit the post on the outside. I can't remember.
I don't remember, man.
I will say
that was fun day.
Yeah, the stats are reversed though from the Copenhagen match because Leicester sat back and did what they were going to do, but we didn't have like 5 touches in their box. It was more like they had 5 touches in our box and we had like 43 touches in their box, and we actually won some corners, and we actually won some free kicks, and we actually won them in situations that could have been dangerous, and we actually gave ourselves some chances, and we won a penalty. And damn, Palmer, man, he's on a drought. That is crazy.
I mean, like
missed that penalty. He was like 12 for 12 before that.
His
so I don't know.
Drought is taking over his penalties now. So it is.
We'll see how his icy cold demeanor holds up under this. Hello. Like, does Palmer, he doesn't ever seem rattled or shaken. So I guess we'll see. I predict it doesn't matter to him. He doesn't put that much stock in that kind of thing. But we'll see if his confidence is shaken. But we were more positive. I'm not saying that we are good. I'm not saying we string that great of passes together. I'm not saying our defense is that great. It always feels really bad when Bob's in goal. But I would say overall, I felt more positivity from the team. And I felt a little more positivity towards them. Even if that positivity is like an inch or two above what Copenhagen was. But my God, was that like a really hard match to watch. And this one was like an okay match to watch until the end, when we only put ourselves up a goal and then we have to suffer through Leicester turning it on for 5 minutes, and that's just letting them. So.
Yeah, I mean, like you look at the stats, it's like 57% possession. Our XG was 1.78, mainly because of the penalty.
Because of the penalty, yeah.
Yeah, 20 shots, 7 on target, 1 big chance, and 1 big chance missed. We only had 467 passes this match, Jason, as opposed to 666 last match. But
hey, that might mean we weren't passing this lateral.
Maybe. We had 12 quarters too. So there's that. But I mean, the thing that kills me is that Cucurella is the one that scored our goal.
Yes.
Like,
yes.
We still don't have any attackers that are scoring. No. Like, Cucurella is on. I mean, I think he's like, I looked it up during the match, and I think he is like one contribution maybe behind Neto and Sancho in the Premier League as far
he's
as
the
like
only one that wants to go in the box.
I know, he's the only one that tries to score. For goodness sakes, him and Palmer, that's it. And Palmer's not good form right now. And Cucurella at least tries. Like he's our target man when we're crossing the ball. He gets in the box and tries to score. Like he just does it all. He defends. Best left back in the league, hands down.
I'm not surprised that he's only 1 goal contribution away from Sancho and Neto. I mean, they don't do that much.
That might be wrong. I could be wrong.
I'm not saying they don't do that much. There. They contribute at times.
Yeah.
But there is no consistent contribution there. And like Neto, we were just playing him as like a forward a little while back. The problem is, I mean, to your point, like, he's the only one that's going in. He's the only one that's trying, it feels like, at the moment. And Christopher Nkunku is not it. He can't do it.
So freaking lazy, man.
Like, I don't think he has good skills with his feet. Like, he doesn't hold on to a ball, can't dribble.
Yeah.
All you got to do is double team him. He's going to give it up. Like, he has one like good pass a game that I know I'm underselling him a little bit, but like he literally doesn't do that much. Like he tries to make a run or he's like giving it away on the side. Like he doesn't, I don't know. He's not doing it for me. I don't think he's doing it for the team. This system's not working for Palmer right now. He's like can't get in positions that he wants to get in. And like he can't do that against teams that are sitting back for sure. And Neto has been okay. Like he's very fast, especially when he's got a bandage on his head. But like
he's like a freaking pirate out there, man.
Yeah. He's got a lot of energy and he makes some good runs down the right. But like again, he's crossing in, more than he's like in there. So like we just don't have Palmer's not going into the box. And Cuckoo's not going into the box. Sancho's not going into the box. Neto's not going into the box. Cucurella is the one who goes into the box. Like, it's wild to watch it. Caicedo's not going to go into the box. He's going to take a really long shot off a volley.
Hey,
which he did during this match. He's not supposed to, right? I agree. But, like, he's a midfielder that's not going into the box. He's not a Lampard. He's not, he's not going to do that. Like, we just don't have – I think what is more egregious about this game, like actually when you read the stats out, it sounds horrible. What's more egregious is that you and I keep predicting that we're going to score like 3 or 4 points every game. I was looking at our predictions. It is crazy, like just how much we continue to do that and how much this team literally doesn't care about scoring goals.
Yeah.
So
none. I mean, they can't. So I just looked it up. Cucurella has 5 goal contributions, 4 goals and 1 assist this year. Sancho has 5 and Neto has 7.
Wow. What is Enzo?
Sancho has 6.
Yeah.
Enzo's at 7, I believe. I just looked up.
Okay.
I think he's got 4 goals. No, he's at 9. He's got 4 goals, 5 assists, I believe. Okay.
Enzo's the other midfielder that like he's like the only other one that's going to kind of get in there sometimes.
Yeah.
But like our wingers aren't coming in.
No, doing nothing.
Like, I mean, our defenders. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Maresca's like, hey guys, wingers, you see that touchline, you see the out of bounds over there on either side. Just stay as close to it as possible and don't move.
Don't drive in. Don't come at a guy. Yeah.
Cross the ball to Cucurella when he runs in the box.
Yeah.
That's what y'all do.
Another impressive thing about this match is that we actually had a 1-goal lead and we won off of that and kept a clean sheet in spite of Bob.
That's true. That is a valid point. We won a match 1-0 going up. But to be fair, we didn't go up in the first half this time, though. We didn't go up until the second half. So
that's true. Very
when
true.
we go up in the second half, I guess we can hold on to leads. But first half, not so much.
We still make room to let the other team try to get some shit every single game.
Yep. That's the thing.
We're not clinical. We can't close it down,
No. I mean, even we had Fofana back this match, which I guess was good. That was nice to see. I don't know.
We played Caicedo, even though you and I advocated that we not do that. And I will say, Caicedo for me had a pretty great game.
He was He was the highest rating on Fight Mob.
Yeah, and we were texting about that during the game, but like he knew what he needed to do. Mm-hmm. He did it well. He shut down things going through the midfield.
Yep.
He won tackles, and he did that all without getting a yellow. He'll be available for the Arsenal game. That's really impressive to me, to know that you got to put in a good performance and to not pick up a yellow, because he has gotten a little, like, he'll put a foot in and he'll he's gotten a little aggressive, which I don't mind normally.
Yeah.
But like in this game, it was more important for him to be good at it and not sloppy at it.
Good little boy.
Yeah, good job, Caicedo. But like, I mean, but he was very clinical, and I was impressed watching him during the game, even within an unimpressive string of play that we have had since the end of December right now.
Yeah, he was one of the few bright spots of the match, and he seems to always be. And I think, I don't know your opinions about it, but really, honestly, we still have 9, 10 matches. I don't know how many matches we got left in Premier League. However many we got left. But I think 10. It's safe to 10 matches. Yeah, it's safe to say that either him or Cucurella are easily going to be the Chelsea Player of the Year. And barring some unforeseen thing, you can have a debate between them two.
Yeah.
It is what it is. Whatever. My dogs are going crazy in the background. But Caicedo's stats for this match: 81 touches, 93 pass completion accuracy, 1 key pass, 3 or 4 long balls, one shot on target. Albeit an ugly one, but it was still on target. Two dribbles completed, 10 of 11 ground duels won, which is huge. 1 of 1 aerial duels, 3 interceptions, and 4 tackles. And doing that all while 1 yellow card away from suspension. So I do feel pretty safe to say he's not going to make the Tottenham match, but just because of how physical the Arsenal match is, at least we get him for one of the two. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
For one of the two. Yes. And with the way Tottenham plays, and they have no defenders, I feel like maybe we can just outscore them. So
I hope so.
I would if you make me pick, I would rather have him for Arsenal than Tottenham. So
agreed.
If he gets a yellow in Arsenal, I will not be mad at him. I'm just glad that he made it through this match. While playing to the same level that he's capable of playing to without getting that yellow card. So that was the big thing. But and then Cucurella with the goal. And I just don't. Enzo had the assist on the goal. So, I don't know. We didn't have a lot of chances. Yeah, we had a lot of shots.
Yeah.
And, they came out and played a back 5, which I think Maresca said in his post-game press conference that we had to switch our plans during warm-ups because they lined up in a back 5, which I don't think they've done all year. So you can see what they were trying to do is just keep the pressure, and hit us on the counter, which is what they did, which honestly how you probably beat Chelsea, to be honest with you. You've been saying that for sure on this podcast for months now. Like, hey, if you want to beat Chelsea, just sit in the low block and just counterattack us all match.
And we're lucky that Leicester just isn't that good at that. Like, there were several times when they had a guy running into space and they just overhit the ball, or they did a wayward pass, and like they just couldn't get. I mean, they made our defenders look better than they are just because of their positioning in the box off of set pieces and shit. Like there were some times when it got nervy, but like it wasn't. It just always is nervy with Bob. I think you said that last time, or like you texted me that during the match. You were like, anytime Bob's there, or he's got the ball at his feet, you smell disaster. But like, I think overall, like there were a lot of times like Leicester's just not good enough to like time their runs or to time the through balls. And there were a lot of times when like you could see our back line. Our back line, I will say, one of the things they're doing really well is staying in line with each other. And like if you watch them lining up for something, I think it's pretty apparent. That's about all I can say about our back line, is that they got that part down to a T, and which is a good thing. That's about it.
That's about all you can say about our defense.
They weren't bad this match, but again, we were talking about Leicester. Like, Leicester is only so good, and we still only scored one against them. And like it is to your. I don't know if you texted me this or you said it last time, but it's like we're this far into the season, or you've been saying it for most of the season, but we're this far into the season. Why can we still not break down a low block? And like there just is no creativity up top, which is why nobody's getting in there. We're not keeping them on their toes. We're not making great runs. It literally is like a layoff pass and somebody runs and then we kick the ball backwards. And like anytime we even try to move forward, it doesn't go forward. I mean, like the crowd was audibly groaning.
God.
At that shit. Because it just gets old watching it. Like, and it's like, I understand, like they're on the pitch. They're seeing the lane shut down. They're seeing like 3 or 4 guys in front of them at one time. Leicester's well drilled in that, which is what the game plan was. But it's like at the end of the day, we gotta find ways to break through, or we gotta change up something tactically. And I don't know what that is, but also Maresca doesn't know what that is, and he's the one who gets paid for this shit.
That's right.
We are a vibes-based Chelsea podcast here. Like we call it like we see it on the pitch. This isn't going to be some analytical thing. We'll look at the numbers and we'll talk to you about them. But like at the end of the day, I'm with the crowd. It doesn't feel great watching that kind of play. And it didn't feel good watching it against Copenhagen. It like was kind of existent still during Southampton. It definitely doesn't feel good when you're only 1 goal up and we know we can't score that much and we know other teams have won even though we've been up for most of the season. What is crazy, though, is I was just looking at our games because from February, we've played 5 Premier League games since February 3rd. And we've played 7 overall. One of those FA Cup, which we crashed out of, and then one of those Conference League, which we did the same shit that we did this game, only worse somehow. There was more positivity in this game. But we are 3 for 5 in the Premier League, which is wild. But the 2 losses kind of suck because it was a 3-0 loss to Brighton and it was a come from behind Aston Villa win. And then coupled with the FA Cup loss to Brighton right before those 2 losses, it was back-to-back-to-back losses where we literally scored 2 goals. And I mean, let in 7. So it feels very bad. We've won 3 in a row now across all competitions.
But
it doesn't feel like we have.
Goals.
Yes, exactly.
4 of those were in one match against the bottom of the team. And then the team that's above the bottom of the table team, you only scored 1 against.
Exactly. So like just us winning doesn't tell the story. Like it really is like what we're seeing on the field. Does it breed confidence in going forward? I don't. I'm worried about Copenhagen coming to the bridge. It doesn't matter. Like we don't have a fortress anymore. We play shit wherever. It doesn't matter. So anyway, yeah. All that said, it's like there are positive trends if you have a magnifying glass and you look, but like the overall picture is, I still don't know why this team is doing what they're doing. And I still have no idea how we are fourth after that.
So, I mean, we talked about it at the end of the year. The quality of teams is shrinking in the Premier League. Like the quality amongst teams is better. So the points aren't going to be as high. The competition is going to be better.
Yeah.
And that's what we're seeing this year, because you're literally seeing one team run away with the league. And to say that they have been blessed with no injuries is a big part of the reason that they have ran away with the league this year. And the fact that Salah's having one of his best years ever. I won't discredit that. So they're running away with the league. Just go and give them the crown. Every team below them, with the exception of Nottingham Forest, they haven't had a lot of injuries. I mean, Arsenal missed Odegaard for a while.
Mm-hmm.
They
don't have Havertz, Daniel. They don't have Havertz.
He's gone. Havertz. Jesus is pretty.
They don't have Jesus. Yeah. Saka's been injured for a little.
Yes, Saka's out. Martinelli just came back from injury, so they've been average. We've been not as bad as in the past, but we have significant injuries. We have no true striker right now.
We lost our main striker, who already wasn't performing that well, but is way better than Nkunku on the wing with Neto up front. And then we lost our backup striker, who we should have been playing more in anyway. And then our next forward is a winger now. And then we don't have a true forward anyway.
Then we lost our other winger because he likes to do crack. I mean, performance-enhancing drugs.
It is never a dull day.
Yeah, it's never
with Chelsea Football Club.
And then we lost our second best midfielder, or our linchpin in the midfield in Lavia. Then we've been without our starting right center back for a good chunk of the year. Our starting right back for a good chunk of the year. Our other right back's hurt now. We only have one left back, so pray to God he doesn't get hurt. And then City, has Rodri even played a match this year? Like De Bruyne was hurt for a lot of the year. Haaland's been hurt. Like, my point is, Liverpool are the only damn team that hasn't had anybody hurt this year. And that's why they're running away with the league. But we're somehow fourth. I don't put a lot of stock in these last two Premier League matches. We've only beaten the bottom to the table teams. I don't put a lot of stock in that. See how we play against Arsenal. If we can get a point from the Arsenal match, I will consider that good. Somebody suggested on X today, play a low block. And I'm like, okay, I understand Arsenal is not good at breaking down low blocks too. I understand what you're saying. But have you seen our defense?
What?
Our defense is shit, man. Like, what makes you think we could hold them for 90 minutes playing a low block, hitting them on the counterattack?
Wait, did they say this to us directly on Twitter?
No. It was just a random
they just
tweet
said it.
I saw. Yeah, it was just a tweet.
Okay. So, what is insane about that, right, is like throughout the entire season, we have been good when the games have been open.
Yeah.
Or like we are competitive when the games are open. That's a better term. We're competitive when the games are open. We are not when the other team is sitting in a low block. Why would we then play a system we haven't played all year? A defensive style that we haven't really played all year. We were kind of forced into it in the City matches, actually. But like City can just do that to you. But like they're an anomaly in that regard.
Matches
and we lost both matches. Exactly. Thank you, Daniel. Point proven. Why would we do that? Like, we play an open match, you might get something like I get. We drew Arsenal the first match, right? We drew them like 1-1 or something. But you might get a 4-3 win, like we did against Tottenham, where both teams went balls to the wall. High line is the highest possible. Which the Tottenham Chelsea matches have become some of my favorite matches because we're trending in. Yeah, we tend to win those still, even though they are just flat out bonkers matches.
Yeah.
But watch me eat those words in a couple weeks or in a few minutes. But like, yeah, that's the most ridiculous notion I've ever heard is to take one of the shittiest defenses in the league, somehow a fourth place defense right now, and put them in a low block. Hey, maybe what I said earlier about us just staying in line with each other, maybe that'll come real handy if we play a low block.
Yeah,
we also don't have a chance to win if we play in a low block. Like, we cannot transition. We don't have a transition.
Oh God, our transition is so
neither
bad.
Goalkeeper has any distribution. We can't score. We don't have a scorer up front. We can't do it. I don't understand. Like, where do you think the goals are going to come from? The only way we are competitive and score is if the game is open. And Arsenal for sure ain't going to sit in a low block, which is why I think we even have a chance against Arsenal. Yep. Like, the quality could overcome us like it did with City, because that's just how it happened. And we were kind of forced to not have possession football like we like to play. If another team sits back and they just know we're not going to do shit with the ball, that's how they get us, because they actually practice transitions.
Liverpool
have shown
is an example of that.
Exactly.
The Liverpool match where they set in a low block. It wasn't like technically a low block.
Yeah.
They set back a good bit of that match and then just hit us. And
that match is frustrating because because Liverpool, we could have got at them at that point, like in the same way we could have got at them. I don't think we can get at them now. They're too confident.
Hell no. No.
But like Arsenal, it's still possible because every team is like, like Arsenal are just a hair above the rest of the teams. And it's not like I think they're that great. I just think they do have some quality on the pitch, and we might get out qualitied.
And that's the thing is, like, you look at you look at it like their quality is defending and their goalkeeper. Like, you look at Raya and the saves that he made at the end of the Man United match. Literally at the death, he made back-to-back saves to to salvage them a point. You look at stuff like that, and you look at how we can. I don't feel like our attack is good enough to penetrate that defense, but that's how they're built. They're built to defend. I just pray to God it's an open match and that we can score some goals, because I don't think, like, that's the thing is, like, their attackers aren't that great, but at least they have a good defense that makes up for that. That they can comfortably win 1-0 games and don't have to sweat it out, or win, they'll squeak in 2 goals because their defense is so good. I mean, I'm almost positive they've given up the least amount of goals in the Premier League this year.
Yeah, to prove your point, yes, they have, and we've scored 1 more goal than they have.
Yeah, so like, you just look at that. You look there. So we've scored 1 more goal than they have. Neither one of our attacks is prolific, and they just give up a shit ton of less goals than we do, which is how you win trophies, even though they're Arsenal and they just bottle everything,
But up 12 less goals than we have this season.
Yeah,
to prove everything you're saying.
Right. So it is what it is. Come next Sunday, I don't really care. We both have friends that are Arsenal fans that F them. The guy at my local cigar shop is a Arsenal fan. F him come next Sunday, even though I really like Max. He's a cool guy. Come Sunday, man, we ain't be friends, but
right,
whatever. But the whole point is that we just, like, the defense is just not good, and right now we're not scoring enough goals to where I feel comfortable saying, "Oh, yeah, we're going to finish top 4 or top 5 at this point in time." I mean, Newcastle won today. Them and City are both 2 points off us. We're 2 points off of Nottingham Forest, I believe. And I think 5 off of Arsenal or something like that. I mean,
we're 6 off of Arsenal, 2 off of Nottingham Forest.
2 off of Nottingham Forest, which I do think will drop points more. But we still have big matches. That's the thing. We still have Arsenal. We still have Tottenham. We still have United. We still have Liverpool too, right? Because we've only played them once this year.
Yeah. Yep.
Thank God we don't want to play. I'm pretty sure we have to play Newcastle again too.
I think you're right. Yep.
So it's like those are all huge matches that we have that we're going to have going down the stretch. So
and this is where the table is weird, right? Because we're in 4th right now, and Tottenham's in 13th.
Yeah,
and but that game doesn't matter who is positioned where.
Right. Exactly.
Like that game's going to be insane, no matter what.
It's going to be
no matter what positions. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. I don't want to be on the losing side of it, but I'm looking forward to if we can have another banger of a game and win. That is exciting. That's probably the most exciting game to me because I think we'll just be shit in every other game, and for some reason we'll show up against the Tottenham. We'll show up for the Tottenham game.
Arsenal's our other big rival.
Yes.
So it's but at this point in time, I think we both feel like their team's better than ours. So it's like we really if we win the game, we just get to rub it in their faces. But if we lose, we were supposed to lose. What the hell? But
we're in the better position. Yeah.
Right. In the Tottenham match, it's okay, we're really supposed to win this match. Probably Tottenham has no defenders. They're all hurt. If we lose, my gosh, that's the end of the world.
It's embarrassing. Yeah,
exactly.
Because if Arsenal lose, they should be embarrassed.
Right, exactly. They should be embarrassed.
And I love Chelsea, and I will revel in that win.
Yes.
I will be on a high from that, all the way through to the Tottenham game. But if we lose, then just chalk it up to what you said. We're supposed to. We kind of suck. But if we win,
give them one of these.
I can't. Yeah. But when we played them at the beginning of the year, we seemed like we were going to be a better team than we were.
Yeah.
And then now kind of seeing the cracks that have formed and turned into canyons or whatever. It is hard for us to gear up for a game like that, knowing that we could potentially be embarrassed. Whereas for some reason, I don't feel like the Tottenham have the potential to embarrass us this season, even though it is still possible. But I'll have to believe that one until I see it. I totally believe we could go into the Arsenal game and let in 5.
Oh, 100%.
And that is the thing that terrifies me about that game.
Man. They just don't. I don't know. Their attack is hurt right now.
You're right.
I don't have a lot of faith. Look,
it's a fear. I'm not saying it's realistic.
Yeah,
I'm just saying it's a fear. Because we haven't risen to the occasion a lot this season. So that's all I'm saying. I understand. I agree with you completely, and we just talked about it. That they have scored less than we have.
Yeah, one less.
But just a little bit less. They're on par with our scoring, but their defense is going to keep us from scoring.
Yeah,
and I just don't want to get shut out at the Emirates, and I don't want it to turn into a bloodbath, even though it's probably not going to happen. But yeah, it's a phobia.
It's one of those things, though. Bob has a shitter, a stinker.
Is he back in? Is Bob back in?
So, quote from I was going to save this. I was going to read this to you on the podcast. Let me go. Hold on. Quote from Maresca after the match. On Sanchez returning the goal. The idea is not to change keepers every game, but we changed in the past. I was wanting to give Robert some rest. Today, Robert played and did well. Robert did well, and now we have a game on Thursday, and we will see.
The thing is, we don't have a great goalkeeper option. I just don't feel like the only upside to Jurgensen is I just don't feel like he's going to let one in as easily as Bob will, because he's not going to dive at every single thing that comes his way.
Yeah, I think Jurgensen's a little better with his feet as well. He doesn't make me as nervous with the ball at his feet. Not to say I don't know if I haven't got enough of a sample size of Jurgensen to know if he is truly better with his feet than Bob. But I do know that he doesn't pass the ball to the other team. That has led to goals and us dropping points in matches. So as of now, I think he's better with his feet because he hasn't done that. So I think Bob is probably a better shot stopper whenever the ball is coming toward the goal. When the ball,
he's just such a bad decision maker.
He is. That's the problem. That's his problem. Is his decision making is so bad, and that's something that like you can't necessarily teach a lot either. Like you can like watch film and you can do stuff, but sometimes some people just don't have it in their brains to be good decision makers. Like you and me have both been bosses before. Like we've had people under us, and you just like you're dumb. I'm sorry, you're just not gonna get it. Like you're just not gonna get it.
It is sad when you have that person that you can't lead.
Yes, it's like you try
because of their own stupidity.
Right. You try your damnedest to set them up for success. But some people are just incapable of that. And that's not to say that there's anything wrong with that. Like there's like sorry for all you kids out there who've been told that you can be anything that you want to be. No, that's a lie that your parents told you. I'm sorry. I cannot be a freaking rocket scientist. Sorry, not that smart. Like everybody has limitations. I'm not going to the freaking NBA. Like, I'm not that good. I'm not going to be a star athlete in any sport. Like, it's just not my DNA. Like, and it's some people, like, there's limits to your capabilities. Everybody has them. I have them. Like, and I think Bob, one of his limits to his capability is footballing IQ. He's sort of like Mudra. They just don't have good footballing IQ.
Dude, like to reiterate the NBA thing, Daniel, how tall are you? You're really tall.
6'5".
6'5". I'm like in the 6'3" range. So the average, I just looked it up. The average height of an NBA player is 6'7".
And then what's the average white person in NBA?
I don't know if they have that.
I'm sure they do. It's probably like 80%, which is fine. Black people are so much more athletic than white people. It's not even close.
The average height, okay, according to Google AI, take this as what you will. But the average height of a white NBA player is around 6'4", while the overall average height of an NBA player is around 6'7".
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah,
but I don't know.
But your point is Bob might not be a goalkeeper, and there's a reason he was third string at Brighton.
There you go. There's a reason that Bob was third string at Brighton. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not trying to put too much stock in 2 wins in the Premier League against bottom of the table teams. I'm sorry. I'm just
you did say if we didn't get the 6 points from these, and we almost didn't. But if you don't get the 6 point from these, then just call the season done and dusted.
Yeah.
But the wins weren't that great. Like, yes, we scored 4 against Southampton. We should have done better against.
We should have done better
Leicester
against both of them, honestly.
Yeah, because we did not look great against Southampton either.
Yeah.
Even though we got 4. So it doesn't breed confidence going forward, and it's going to come down to the wire unless we totally get smoked. But yeah, Daniel, we're technically on a 3-run win streak in all competitions.
That's true. So, anything else you want to add about the match, Jason? I mean, we didn't even talk about the shitty officiating in the match.
Oh man,
the bald-headed Premier League referee conspiracy against Chelsea.
Yeah,
that's all it is. That's all we're going to say.
If we sat here and talked about that, we would. This would be an all-nighter.
Yeah,
I'll just say that. Maybe longer. Maybe longer than that. The refereeing in the Premier League is an embarrassment.
It is, for being the best league in the world, which I do think it is the best league as far as like top to bottom competition.
Yes,
balling has the shittiest officiating.
Yeah,
so it's terrible. So you want to make predictions for Copenhagen on Thursday night?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, you did.
I don't know. I don't even know what I'm going to predict here.
Oh man. We will be adding a third prediction to the Arsenal match. We will have a special guest on for the Arsenal match prediction. So everybody tune in for our episode Thursday night when we'll
reveal the special guest.
After our special guest, we'll have a special guest picker for the Arsenal match.
Join us for the rest of the season in the predictions game.
That's true. He will join us, and we'll probably beat us because we're shitted.
I know. They have a lot of learning to do, though. He has a lot of learning to do.
A lot of learning to do.
So until he learns some shit, we might have a chance.
We might. But so Copenhagen is at the Bridge.
Yeah.
We're ahead 2-1 on aggregate, and away aggregate no longer matters, which is I think the stupidest rule ever. I love the away aggregate rule. I thought it was brilliant. It was the one thing that separated football from other sports. Like you're playing two legs, away goals mean something. It was just a cool rule, and I thought we were going to do away with that. So whatever, that does away with it.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I don't know. I'm gonna do it again. Okay. I'm ready.
All right, you ready? All right, 3. You ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, 3, 2, 1.
3-1.
Oh, you're doing 3-1. I'm doing 1-1 draw, man. 1-1 draw. We're gonna split it out at the end.
I thought about getting it closer, but they're gonna have to play more aggressively at the start.
You're right.
And I hope that it stays more open. It doesn't mean that like the first 20 minutes they don't stick to the same game plan. But I think if we survive the first 20 minutes, it opens up the possibility of us getting through. And we'll see. Because and maybe being at home, but I totally wish I just said 1-1 now because I was like having to like vomit up like a reason for 3-1.
I mean, it is what it is. I mean, like, I can see us scoring 4 or 5 goals in this match. That's what we normally do in Conference League. But I can also see us scoring 1 because that's the run of form we're freaking on right now.
Yeah.
So I would prefer us to just score 1 and then save the rest of the goals for Arsenal on Sunday. So or just save some goals for Sunday. It'll be interesting. Maresca's lineup. Will Palmer start? Who does he start the youth again? Because they didn't look great last time. Shim didn't look great up front.
Right.
Granted, I don't think he got good service, so I think that plays a part in it too. I think you've got to rest Caicedo, but then you've got to play Dudu Dewsbury. Like that.
He'll be
Lavia being out is killing us right now because we can't. Like it sucks. I don't know. I'm assuming Tosin will probably start. Fofana's not pulling play.
No.
It's gonna be interesting. Gusto, Reese, who the hell knows what's gonna happen there? I mean, we have this guy named Josh on the bench that can also play right back, but Maresca just refuses to play for some damn reason. Doesn't make any sense.
Came in as like a wasting time sub at the end of the game or yesterday.
So I'm assuming Cucurella will play because he's the only one that can score goals for the team at this point in time. So, who knows? But y'all tune in Thursday night for the match, and we'll be recording as soon as the match is over with. Maybe we will go even live on the X after the match. Shit, I don't know, man. Who knows? Who knows what we'll do? I got to talk to you about something after this about something. So don't let me forget. But anything else you want to talk about, Jason?
No.
Okay.
I want us to be better, but I don't know where we're at a place. Possible. Yeah, exactly. So we'll talk about it off.
I don't know if it's possible for us to be better right now, but I do want us to be better.
Yes.
And I hope we are better. I want that beginning of the season form.
Good vibes again.
Yeah, the Good Vibes podcast. Those were great. But tell the people where they can find us, Jason.
Yo, Daniel mentioned it already, but you can find us on the X, you can find us on the Instagram, and you can find us on the Substack. We've made it easy for you because we snatched up the same name on all 3. We are at Red White Blues FC. See what we did there? We're American, and it's Blues FC. It's clever. It's clever.
That's right. And yeah, so listen to us on Spotify, Apple, wherever you listen to your podcast at. We're also on YouTube. And so in lieu of the international break coming up, we will be doing international movie break edition.
Yes, finally.
Where we'll review a movie. So after the Arsenal match, the next Monday, we'll review a movie. Drop your
Social Security number. Oh, movie suggestions. Sorry.
If you have a movie suggestion, drop it in the comment section down below, and we'll put it on a wheel, and we'll spin the wheel. And whenever the wheel hits, Jason and me will review. We are into the wheel thing now because we're trying to be cool.
All right, but we'll do the wheel of elimination though. So like if it lands on it, that's not going to get picked. We remove it from the wheel, then we keep spinning with the remaining.
That's true. That's true. And we do have the new feature next time that we can use for the spinny wheel thing with the new mode that our streaming thing has.
Yeah. I can also ask our new friend if they want to make a suggestion.
There you go. Ooh, I like that idea. I like that idea. But yeah, so we're going to international movie break coming up after the Arsenal match. So yeah, Jason always looks forward to that because he's a movie savant.
I can't wait to watch a movie instead of Chelsea.
Yeah, and also love
genuinely don't look forward.
Yeah.
Wait, what's that? Sorry, I keep interrupting you.
Oh, I was just saying I like movies as well. So
Daniel,
it is.
If you want to know anything about horror movies, Daniel's your guy.
See, whatever. I'm going to see The Monkey tomorrow, so that'll be fun.
Lucky.
Yeah, but I'm taking the whole family to see it.
Oh gosh, awesome! Lucky pack of little monkeys.
Yeah,
you lucky barrel of monkeys.
The whole clan will be going to see it tomorrow. So yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah, but yeah. So I guess until next time, until Thursday night after Copenhagen, we'll catch you guys and gals on the flip side.
I just want to be good again. Flippity floppity.